The Ultimate United Givers of Themes are a band from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they have been put on this earth for one reason, and for one reason only, and that is to right the wrongs that have been done to the movie-going public by rewriting the themes to every movie ever made, and furthermore demanding that Mr. Hollywood recut all of his movies featuring our themes, the correct themes, on a continuous loop. Confused? So are we. Theme the theme!
This is the podcast for the Ultimate United Givers of Themes, and we're also known as Two Golf. We're gonna talk about the movies that we rewrote all the themes for. We're watching some movies and complaining about things, cause we want our themes in these damn movies. But we don't think Hollywood has the damn guts to deal with how real our themes are. We don't pick the themes from all these movies, cut the mustard good enough and we could do a better job. So we rewrote the themes and now they're better themes. And now this is a podcast where you listen to us talk about our themes. Okay, here we go, let's podcast. Let's podcast. Let's podcast. Let's podcast.
That is some good chomping. That is...
Take that, McCartney.
Yeah, was it last episode or 2 episodes ago that we talked about the Beach Boys' Vegetables?
It was 2 episodes ago.
Because on that, I forgot to mention, I mean, you know this, but a lot of people don't probably, that background chomping on that is Macca. He came into the studio and chomped on a bunch of vegetables with, the Wilsons and company.
He sure did. Yeah, he chomped in time. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. You were talking about Paul McCartney eating carrots, right?
Yeah. Like the rhythm of vegetables is McCartney chomping on vegetables.
That's what they say.
It's very McCartney.
It is, yeah. So, hey, welcome to the Ultimate United Gives a Themes podcast.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, folks, This is Jesse. That's my brother, Cody.
Hi, guys.
And we're talking about the movie Julie and Julia this week.
Yeah.
The start of EP. This is the first song on EP 5, so we're into like
burnt her.
She burnt some beef bourguignon.
Yeah.
Beef bourguignon.
Les
beef, les croissants. Who are you to resist, huh? So yeah, a lot of French in this movie. This is a movie that I was often conflicted about, but now I love all of it. And that's actually what the song's about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it another chance. I've seen it. I did not watch it recently. And when I remember really loving half of it, like the Streep and Tooch
agreed
storyline. I just... Usually I really love Amy Adams, but in this movie I could not stand her.
You just recited almost verbatim some of the lyrics from the song.
That's how you know the theme works.
Yeah, the theme is actually about... I watched this. I've seen this movie. This is a movie, I think I got it when Cody and I used to work for this company called TLA. I don't know, entertainment, I guess. Yeah. I mean, it was a bunch of different names, too, depending on how much porno you were into. But that was the name of it. And
that was the overarching entity.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we used to get free screeners of stuff. And if you could get to the mailboxes quick enough, you could get the good movies. And one day it was Julie and Julia. And I was like, hey, free movie? Fucking Streep? Yeah. Give it to me. Yeah. And it's by the same lady who did You Got Mail, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, wait, I didn't realize this. And who is that? It's not Efron, is it?
Nancy Myers?
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay,
I think, I'm sorry.
Nora Ephron, did she do Sleepless Going to Seattle?
You know what? Remember how we were talking about when we think people are the same person?
Right.
I think Nora Ephron and Nancy Myers are the same person.
Okay.
But I think they're both kind of privileged white ladies who wrote like stories about rich people being in love. And hey, that's what they knew. That was the life they came from. Fine.
And I think Efron sometimes wrote but did not direct sometimes.
Correct. Nancy Myers, I think this is Efron. I think this movie is Efron.
Did Nora Ephron do...
this is definitely Efron.
You know that movie where John Travolta's an angel?
Michael?
I think that might be her. I'm not sure.
Skeptical of that, but you could be right because I don't know anything about the movie Michael except that I did not see it because I was too busy. What year did that come out? Like 95?
I was too busy listening. High school, yeah.
I was probably too busy listening to 95 Bouncing Souls. Gonna say Bouncing Souls.
Oh yeah.
So who made this?
Oh, I got a different movie. I got Julia and Julia, which is a different film.
Nuh-uh.
Julie and Julia was directed by Nora Ephron.
Yeah. And you know what? It's all coming back to me now. Nancy Meyers, I think, makes movies like she makes movies like Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton are old and they fuck.
Oh, right,
and Steve Martin and Alec Baldwin are both old and trying to fuck.
Like kind of like James L. Brooks movies.
Yeah, and hey, like the I enjoy like those kind of movies.
Yeah, like Nancy Meyers did Something's Gotta Give.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, all of these movies, I think I assumed that they were
Nora Ephron.
No, close, but more obnoxious. Why can't I think of his name right now? He's
Gary Marshall.
Gary Marshall. Yeah.
Hey, it's me, Gary.
We're gonna do a whole lot of movies about holidays. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do a movie called 4th of July.
I might have to stop this right now because Paul F. Tompkins is famous for his Gary Marshall, and I don't want to be perceived as rip-off artist, even though he's ripping off Gary Marshall's entire voice and personality. Hey, fuck you, Paul F. Tompkins, Philly boy. He's from
Paul
Philly.
Tompkins. If you want some good Gary Marshall discourse, seek out the Best Show episode where the Gorch talks about Happy Days. It was, Gary Marshall took my story, man. Fonzie should have been whipping a chain at people.
This imitation I am not gonna stop.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Gorch.
The Gorch, yeah.
Hey, get over here. Stop
fight
looking
tonight.
at girls like it when you yell at them. Makes them feel important.
Which he's talking about. He's doing a character. It's the Gorge. Don't worry about
when
it.
they talk about sometimes. Oh, I forget what they called it, but the prank the Gorge and his pals would pull, where they'd drop a car on top of somebody, and they had the clubhouse made out of beer bottles that they stole.
Yeah. So I was before we got on this tangent, I was talking about how I used to I loved the Meryl Streep, the whole French in the past, the whole Meryl Streep half of this movie, loved it. And then whenever it was contemporary and it was like Amy Adams and the boyfriend that she has who can't act.
Yeah, and who is it? That's not Chris Messina, is it?
No, it's just some guy who doesn't know what acting is.
Yeah.
He just plays
he's a poor man's Chris Messina.
He really bothers me. I think he bothers me the most. But Amy Adams' character used to just get under my skin. The type of character she is just a type of person that might have annoyed me in real life. However, the more I watch the movie, and this is why I really think that unless a movie is like pure shit, like
always revisit.
Yeah, because I didn't even like Eyes Wide Shut the first time, and now I've watched it like 7 or 8 times, and I'm like, oh man, that movie makes me want to have my eyes wide open.
Well, I would posit that with when you're dealing with some of your favorite filmmakers, sometimes first viewing is like,
oh man,
maybe it wasn't what you thought it was going to be.
It's not what you expected.
And because I remember a first viewing of Inside Loomis Davis, first viewing of The Master. I was like, it's definitely good, but I don't know if I got
because
it.
You're
Same with Mulholland Doctor.
You're chain linking it to like the last good experience you had with the person, and it's like, hey, the last one was There Will Be Blood, and I chain link that to The Master. So they and you know what? They're both great. They're both different. And, you got to let the artist do what the artist is going to do because they're going to do it anyway. Don't get mad about it.
Come on. You want artists to just repeat themselves? Come on. Who needs that?
98% of the people out there go, yeah, we actually do.
Yeah, I like the last one. I'd like another one.
Listen, we're the ones in charge.
That is Chris Messina.
Okay, I don't know who Chris Messina is.
He's like, I don't know if you've seen Sharp Objects, also with you know who Chris Messina is? And you watched 6 Feet Under. He was the guy that Claire ended up with. He was like her Republican boyfriend in the last season.
Oh yeah, no wonder I forgot him.
Yeah, forget Republicans. Skip it.
Ditch it and skip it.
Oh, they're having a big white rally today.
Oh man.
And the point of the rally is they're protesting because people think their last rally, which wasn't really what you would call a rally.
Yeah, it was more like a planned terrorist attack.
They're protesting the fact that people think that was wrong.
Yeah. So I'm sure there won't be any violence today, and I'm sure by the end of the day Trump will be president again and they'll get what they want.
And we'll
So-
get what we want too.
Yeah.
Death.
At this point, whatever. I mean, hey,
Do
I
what
don't,
you're gonna do, America.
I don't want to die, but like, I live in America. Like, I figure I'm gonna die pretty soon from something. And hey, whatever. That's why I'm doing all this stuff now. Like, honestly, it is. That sounds like a joke, but the reason I'm doing all this music and this podcast and everything is because I'm pretty sure we're all gonna be dead soon. I'm not even talking about Rona. I'm just like, it just looks like we're all gonna die soon.
Death comes to us all, and hey, we're not kids anymore.
Yeah.
You know, we're fucking.
Yeah. Oh God, hold on. Sorry, my phone's
Jeez,
ringing
every
again.
time.
I assume it's one of the Wamblers. So, hello.
Hey, kid.
I assume you're. I don't know. I can't tell you too apart. Are you?
I think it's Jeff.
What's that?
That was Jeff Wambler, and
Yeah,
that's
Jeff.
me. I'm from the goof rock band that you're
Yeah,
listening to.
that I'm listening
probably
to
right this
probably
minute.
right now. Yeah.
The Wamblers.
Yeah. All I listen to is the Wamblers. Yeah.
The
yeah.
Wamblers, parentheses, we like to go.
Okay. I've just accepted that this is gonna happen, so I'll engage with
Yeah,
you this
I like
time.
to party. Do you
yes,
like
you
to
do.
party?
Well, actually, no. I don't
Have
like
you
to.
talked to Wally about me today?
Well, I don't really talk to Wally. I mean, he called into our podcast like last 2 weeks ago, maybe. But he didn't.
That's funny.
I wouldn't say that we talked about anything. I mean, you guys just kind of ramble.
Well, here's what I have to say about Wally. Everything's cool. Don't worry about it. It's
Everything's
all
cool.
So you're not-
Everything is cool.
you're not fighting
And we
anymore?
Like to party. Well, all I can really say is I don't know if I even am gonna do the Wamblers anymore. I'll see if I wanna. I don't know. I
Oh,
figured
jeez. You'll upset
maybe-
your 25 fans.
Maybe since your
sick
name
burn.
is Jeff too, maybe I should just join your band where you do songs for the movies.
My name isn't Jeff 2. It isn't even Jeff 1.
I like ones and threes myself.
You don't like twos?
Anyway, listen, I made a song about the movie Pinocchio. It's about this Italian
Why'd you make a song
guy.
about a movie? That's our thing.
It's about an Italian guy, and just prick up your fucking ears for a minute, okay?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hi, kids. This is Jeff Wambler from the Goof Rock Band.
How did you get that song on my computer?
Wally and I watched a movie called Pinocchio. It's about an
This song's actually not bad.
as a puppet for a son, but he wants son to be a boy. He makes friends with him, and they go to this island where all the kids do smokes and drink beers, and then they turn into donkeys. And Pinocchio is like, I want to get out of here.
These are all things that happened in the
Oh
movie.
my God.
And him and the bug leave, but it turned out that the Italian man wasn't home anymore because him and his best friends,
Wow.
Fish and the cat who are in love with each other, went to look for
There's some subtext there.
a boy in the middle of a whale because I guess they thought that's where it would be. And I think there's a witch. That's the story of Pinocchio.
Wow.
So, as you can
No,
see,
Jeff,
I
hold
know
on.
what I'm
Can you?
doing.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what to say here.
Thank
That
you.
was really
For
good.
God's sake, it's
You-
about time.
I mean, the music, the instrumentation,
Pretty
of course.
good, right?
Well, no, that
Yeah, pretty good.
No. That part was horrible. But the way you talked about what happened in the movie,
Must mean great.
the way the music was horrible, but the way you just said the stuff that happened. We actually wrote a theme for Pinocchio too, but yours is better. Yours is better.
Yeah.
But your music stinks.
Well, your music stinks too.
Sick one.
My music stinks like good stuff, like the way Goober stinks or the way your mom stinks.
Oh boy.
Come on. Let's,
Anyway, I'm bringing a guy over who'll show you all of the songs, and then I guess next week maybe you'll just do like my next song. I think it might be about this lady who lives with a bunch of dwarfs, and then they're like, you clean the house, we're gonna go out and get diamonds.
talking about
And then
Snow
she
White.
That's from Snow
dies,
White and the
then
Seven
this
Dwarfs.
guy is like,
Tim
oh,
Conway.
look, there's a dead girl. I'm gonna kiss
Okay.
her. And
Okay.
then she's like, okay, let's
Hey,
get
we'll talk some
married.
other time, dude. We'll talk some other time.
You betcha. Get in touch with your goof, kids. And
Yes,
don't
everyone get
forget
in
to
touch with
come
your
to the
goof.
Wamblers biannual Goof Rock Parade. It's happening
No,
at
kids,
your house
don't go to a
tonight.
parade.
Bye, kids.
Kids. Interesting.
So it sounds like the Wamblers are, or at least one of the Wamblers is watching a lot of classic Disney.
Yeah, I mean that tracks.
Yeah, I could see, yeah.
because it rumor has it that these guys are possibly well over 100 years old.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So you could see. I'm surprised that they like movies at all.
But they probably still think of like Snow White and Pinocchio and like that movie where the train's pulling into the station.
Yeah.
They probably still think of those as like new movies. Like,
Yeah,
there's
or
like,
possibly just stuff that's happening like inside of a box that they're looking at.
yeah, like they probably really freaked out the first time they saw a talkie.
Yeah, I bet. Interesting fellas. I mean, they haven't tried to show up or at our house or anything recently, so that's good.
I mean,
but
he did say he's sending a guy over.
they never do. They always say that.
With a bunch of maybe
Sean-
it's
our
that
friend-
Stanley guy that called.
Yeah, it could be. That guy was interesting too. Yeah. But yeah, it's funny because I'm not gonna play it now because it's not quite done. But we actually have a Pinocchio theme as well. So I mean,
Showdown.
yeah, I might have to steal his lyrics,
Showdown.
because my music is definitely better than that stuff. I mean, those guys. I mean, let's face it, they're just kind of like stupid Devo.
they're just he's maybe just dropping things on the keyboard, which hey, I guess I
I'm
respect
all about that. Yeah,
Um,
but it's more of their attitude that I either really respect or hate very much, and probably a little bit of both. But
it does feel like a gauntlet is being thrown down.
Yeah, but anyway, let's get back to Julie and Julia because we were talking about like how the theme that we wrote for it is basically like kind of during the process of songwriting, I realized like, wait a minute, maybe I got this Amy Adams part wrong, and I'm gonna recite the lyrics first because it's apt and it's to the point
And
also.
appropriate.
Appropriate. That's the word I was searching for.
I like apt better.
Yeah.
I've
Apt is
never
a little-
seen apt pupil.
Yeah.
Probably ain't gonna now. Brian Singer ain't my. Never mind.
Yeah, did I tell you that I don't know, it's a total justification, but me and Caitlin's rule is like, wait, if the person's dead, fair game.
Sure,
Fair
yeah.
game, question mark. Because like, if it's somebody, like if you pull like some Nazi shit, I'm sorry, you're dead forever.
Right,
But,
right.
and you know what, I'm opening up a can of worms here. Let's not, but like, John Lennon was kind of a piece of shit to women.
Sure.
But
sure.
he's
But, I'm
but
still
maybe
gonna
he
listen
got
to the
just
Beatles. But-
karmic justice.
Well, and
I
for
don't
me,
know,
it's
but
easier
I
because-
got to listen to the Beatles though; they're pretty good.
For me, it's easy. It's an easy call with Brian Singer too because I think
'Cause he
Brian
kinda
Singer's
sucks.
a shitty director.
Yeah, like, I
Usual
mean,
Suspects.
Usual Suspects does
is
not hold up.
That is
It-
the exception to the.
I mean,
That's
but-
an aberration from his.
Yeah.
And that's a Christopher McQuarrie thing. That movie's just got a tight script.
Yeah, because honestly, the direction and like, have you watched it? I mean, I haven't.
not for a
I
long
haven't
time.
watched
I've-
it.
I've
I haven't
considered-
watched it since we found out about Kevin Spacey,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I will, but
I have
it
watched
is like
7.
it's not. Yeah,
but it's 7.
It's 7,
you know?
and he's such a bad
I'm not
guy.
gonna let him ruin 7.
That's, you know what, that's a great way of looking at it. I see both sides. I see like, hey, if you want to be like, fuck that guy forever and I'm never watching his shit, I get that.
Yeah, but
if
it's
you
like,
wanna
am I
watch
going to
his
be
sh-
like, well,
Yeah.
fuck Morgan Freeman because
Yeah.
of that?
And also like, and some could disagree with me on this, but like if it's a thing that you like bought already, like if you had Usual Suspects on
They
DVD,
already got the
they already got
royalty.
the money. They already, so, but if you ever watch it again, notice how much the direction sucks and like the lighting and cinematography. It's just, it's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
just like most
It's
of the
like TV
most-
movie kinda,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just, it looks like shit and it's made by a shit person, and that's that, Applejack. So the lyrics to Julie and Julia go, one part of the movie is really good, and I'm going to paraphrase because I can't remember the lyrics, but you know what? Let's just listen to the song.
Yeah, why not just
'Cause you
roll
can
it?
probably
'Cause the
hear-
lyrics
you
are
can
in
probably
it.
hear the lyrics, yeah. But you'll see how during the song, my opinion of the movie changes as I'm writing the song, which I think is a first. worthy of a Nobel Prize. So give me a second, I'll pull up the song.
Hey, introspection.
So yeah, pay attention to the words.
This is all true.
Leave the room during that part. But it was the 50s or something else.
Oh, that part sounded like Poison or something, like when they stop to party in the middle of a song.
So here's where I change. So here is where I go full on Amy Adams respect. It used to be a piece of shit. People can change. Real good groove coming up here. Makes you want to go.
If you guys need to shake your hips, go for it. It's like this. It's got this one.
Get real cocky at the end here. Come to the secret realization that this theme owns. The theme's on. Yeah, so I love that first verse. One part of the movie is really good, and he want it to be that one part, and he wished that other part wasn't in the movie, but that part is in the movie, and that's the part of the movie you're watching.
Yeah, it's very. I'm sure this has happened before in themes, like the classic Sex, Lies, and Videotapes sort of gets into this. But this movie this theme really doesn't just encompass the movie, but it also encompasses the act of watching the movie, consuming the picture.
Make the
'Cause it's
viewer a
about
part of the experience. Make the viewer a part of the experience.
You know
saying
who
it
likes
twice.
being part of the experience? Everybody,
Yeah.
especially the viewer.
And it's been a while since we've talked about really the mission of the Ultimate United Givers of Themes on the podcast. I guess because it's so ingrained in our brains, the mission, that we don't feel the need to repeat it. But just in case it needs repeating, we are rewriting the themes to everything, every movie, even maybe a couple of TV shows, because they're not good enough, and they don't tell you the stuff that happens in the movie, with the exception of some 80s comedies. Those themes are actually pretty good. I listened to one the other day where it was like they're just saying
saying
the
happens.
stuff that
Yeah.
happens. And that is what themes is about. Think of the person who has his eyes gouged out, and he doesn't get to see the movie, so he needs to listen to the theme instead.
Because that person's also got their eyes on the prize.
Yeah, you can listen to all
want
the
to
Hans
pry
Zimmer,
open.
like Hans Zimmer you want, but you're never gonna know what's going on. Like if you listen to the soundtrack and you have your eyes gouged out, you're gonna think that Batman: The Dark Knight Rises is just a movie about like metal scraping up against the back of a piano that had it like with a truck.
Yeah, or like a xylophone getting played through a telephone.
Yeah, and hey, those guys are very good amateur musicians. I mean, hey, they're giving it their all.
They make some nice tones.
But they kind of work for the man. Themes are kind of punk. And I don't mean like punk like bad music. I mean punk like we do what we want and fuck the man. But hey, the man, please put our songs in all of your movies and also pay us for it.
And we'd also
but on
like
our
to
terms.
play them at the Man Music Center.
Yeah.
So, you know,
hey,
book us.
yeah. Hey, you know, not the time that we were there, but the other time I was there, there's a sign that said you can rent the place out, so we can just do that. Book ourselves. Hey, everybody, we're so big. We're playing the Man Music Center.
We're doing a Kickstarter to rent out the Man Music Center.
And then we're going to brag about how we played it to 16 people, maybe.
4 of which are us.
Yeah. Oh, hey, speaking of which, I do know for a fact that a couple people listen to this podcast, and I want to say that I really appreciate that. And but also, it was funny. I'm watching this movie Julie and Julia today, and she's blogging. And I guess back then they didn't really have maybe analytics like user end analytics, so you didn't really know too much like who's looking at your stuff.
Yeah, you can't see your click rates.
You know, hey, talk to us on social media. There's like one of you that does. Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah, we'll read your letter on the air.
Yeah, like I get it. People don't want to talk, but a little bit of engagement. You know, tell us what you're thinking. Are there any themes that you think should be themed that we haven't themed yet? Hey, let us know, and then we'll charge you money to fucking do it. That's not true, but that's not a bad idea. If some of you if
it's a commissioned theme,
I would do a commissioned theme. Like if someone was like, "Hey, rewrite the theme to that TV show Friends," I'd be like, "Get away from me, because you're a fucking piece of shit." And then I'd say, "Wait a minute, I'll do it for money though," and I wouldn't say the piece of shit part, although Friends is for pieces of shit. But
we covered in a previous episode how I'll do anything for money.
Yeah, man, you got no integrity.
I'm like, I had integrity, sold it.
Yeah, you're like cup of Cuba Gooding Jr. in that movie about showing people money.
Yeah,
Show
give me
that
some
guy
money.
the money. You want to do that? I've only seen that movie once.
But what's weird is I was thinking about that movie today.
Okay, do you want to be Jamie Foxx or Jerry Maguire?
It's cute. Wait, is Jamie Foxx in that?
In this, it's the remake.
In this version.
And it's the actual Jerry Maguire. I'm sorry. I got confused for a second.
I don't know if I feel comfortable doing Cuba. That's
a good point.
You know,
let's do the scene where they fall in love at the end. Okay.
Hey, what is it?
It's me, Jerry Maguire, outside your door.
No, wait. We just broke up, so.
Hello.
Oh man, that did it.
Okay, I'm coming through
back,
the door now.
Baby.
Did I have
You have gotten me there
Yeah.
when you said hello.
Well, that's what I was assuming, but I just wanted to make sure I had consent before we do some fucks.
Hey, Jonathan Lipnicki, get out here.
Oh my god, that kid's got a big old noggin. You must be smart, kid. Don't look at me. I'm Jerry Maguire in 1996. People still thought that way.
Oh man, I gotta watch Jerry Maguire tonight.
Oh man. You know what? Cameron Crowe is somebody that, as I go on, think kind of stinks.
Oh, come on. We bought a zoo?
Did you?
Oh man, Cameron Crowe kind of stinks it up.
Fast Times, great.
You know what? Ain't never seen it.
Are you kidding
reason.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got malls. Oh man, do you ever just really miss a mall in the 80s? Not now. Like, I know there are still malls, but the malls
I took
now.
the kids to the mall a couple weeks ago.
No, they're too icy now.
It was so weird.
Now it's too icy.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
The old Lehigh, but not even the Lehigh Valley Mall. That was the big one. But like going to like
Whitehall
Westgate Mall.
Westgate
was like
man,
it was
like
always kind of weird, old, grimy mall.
And it was a little bit damp.
Yeah,
but not. It wasn't gross, and then it had that weird hallway that had like a pizza shop in it. We used to go to it sometimes.
Yeah.
But Lehigh Valley Mall, you walked in. Here's what you do. You park over by Herman's. You walk through Herman's because that's the cool way to walk in.
I'd park by Bamberger's.
Nah, I don't like the way that word sounds, so you don't park by there. It makes you think about burgers. Who wants to think about that?
Well,
I mean, people who like burgers, yeah, that's fine. And then you're like, do I want to go to Dunderbox? Fuck yeah,
Fuck
I
yeah,
do.
I wanna go to
so I go over
Dunderbox.
there. Maybe Alex is working and then this is my drinking day, so I get some beers. I would probably get one of those. What's that turkey sandwich that has like coleslaw on it? A Tommy turkey?
At
know what I mean?
Dunderbox, I was
It's
just
a
a cheddar
classic.
first guy.
It's a classic sandwich. It has turkey. Is that a Reuben? It's a Reuben.
I think, yeah. I mean,
And coleslaw?
Reuben's usually like corned beef.
Yeah, but you can do-
Thousand
you can
Island,
turkey
you
it
can
up.
do a
Yeah,
turkey.
yeah,
Yeah,
Thousand
on
Island
on
special
rye.
sauce, yeah.
yeah, that's Sean Kelly's sandwich.
Yeah. So you get
Remember
your
when he
Reuben.
sent back had Joe Mastro bring back his Reuben because it wasn't hot enough?
Good move. That's a power move right there. That's something they do on those shows. Billions. Hey, do you ever see Billions?
No.
Okay.
Who's that? Giamatti?
Yeah. It's funny. I was watching it the other day, and there was a rich guy he had to have this serious talk with his wife. He's like, honey, we got to talk about money, because he's in the middle of getting sued for ripping off poor people, and he's like, they froze all the assets, and she's like, well, but we still have the cash, because they would stash cash all over and like pieces of gold everywhere and stuff. And he's like, yeah, but you're not gonna like it. And she's like,
Sure, I will. I like cash.
no, but she's like, with the most serious look ever, she's like, and I know this is a TV show, but like whatever, yeah. She's like, you got to tell me how much do we have left? And he's like, so scared, 310 mil.
Oh,
And they're
man.
like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And he's like, don't freak out. She's like, how are we gonna live?
What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Could you? Dude, you know how
do-
much is in my bank right now? I mean, hey, we don't-
299 mil tops.
Yeah, I know. And I'm freaking out. They have 310. Like, what the fuck?
Like, man, that's like 10 mil more
Yeah.
than I got.
And hey, I know it's a
Jeez.
TV show, but
Yeah, I mean, I ain't seen it. I
It's-
don't know if it's
yeah.
satire or
no,
what.
I mean, and bad stuff happens to the rich people all the time, but like in these shows, but really, just with the fucking world right now, it's like, no, I can't. I kind of just had to turn it off, because I'm like, I don't even want to see fictional versions of these people. Like, at least just not right now.
Sure.
When
I mean,
we,
I
you know,
get that. I do like that Succession program. That one's definitely satire.
Yeah. Because it's the same guy who made Anchorman.
Themes love satire. Well, yeah, he's EP on it, but
Yeah.
some other dude made it.
Will Ferrell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Will
yeah,
Ferrell wrote and directed every episode,
Yeah. So
and he plays Brian Cox.
Yeah, and Brian Eno in real life. Did you know that?
No.
Brian Eno. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, Will Ferrell. Okay.
In real life.
Lay it on me,
In real
Daddy.
life, Brian Eno has been replaced by Will Ferrell. That's why he doesn't do
okay.
much anymore.
That makes sense.
Either of them.
Yeah.
They're too busy doing the other guy's thing. Yeah, it was because David Byrne didn't like Brian Eno. David Byrne got in a fight with Brian Eno, and Brian Eno was just like, fuck you, man. But then David Byrne became a big shot again when American Utopia came out, and then
Sure.
no one's seen Brian Eno since, so Will Ferrell's just been playing him in real life.
I mean, Brian Eno might just be like in the Alps making tones, you know.
Could be.
He's
That's- yeah.
like people aren't sleeping enough. I need to make a new album for that, you know.
It'd be funny if Brian and Emo Phillips did a project together.
Yeah, that would be good.
They could
And
call it
Call
Brian.
it Brian Phillips.
No, call it Brian Enmo. ENMO. Brian Enmo Phillips. So you get all of their full names in there, but they share the middle name.
I don't know. I'd call it Brian Phillips. I think that really tells you more about what's going on here.
You're a harsh negotiator, but I agree. Yeah.
Cash that check.
Yeah, and Julia and Julia is ending. We're watching the end of that movie now, so I guess that's time for the podcast to end. So, hey, thanks for listening, everybody. You can go to 2goff.com for all of your themes needs. I should probably update it. I don't know how updated that is. EP6 came out this past week. It's all about the Coen brothers, so check that out. Listen to that on Spotify or Deezer or I Love Radio or wherever you kids listen to music. YouTube, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. If you look for Tugoff, TUUGOF, you should be able to find it. And hey, you know what? Check out the Wamblers. Why not?
Yeah, fuck it.
What'll fucking kill you?